Hey y'all, this is TCA Gaming, and sorry I haven't had a few videos. We haven't had any since Monday. Been working on a few things that will come out in time, but I can't really talk about them right now. So that's really all I can say. But we're going to jump into some of the consignments that have come in. Not too much this week. I have been sending a ton of stuff to auction, but a lot of it's been from my personal, and then the stuff that has come in on consignment. That's pretty decent stuff coming through, but no like super big hitters like these right here. I mean, these are really nice, good quality cards for your collection. This was sent in Bespoke Pokemon. He continues to send all kinds of stuff. He seems to find it everywhere. But like that right there, a light Arcanine Mint 9 first edition. I mean, that would look great in a collection, you know. And you know, for what it is, I mean, you're basically getting a discount of probably 70% for that little white dot right there, you know, based off, you know, from the PSA 10. And that 70% was pulled directly out of the air. But I imagine the PSA 10 is worth quite a bit more than the Mint 9. Alright, so we've got the Ninetales from Aquapolis, Octillery, got a Pidgeot. Now this writes you here, what happened, I actually bought this one myself, so you won't see CS14 in the title anymore. Pretty much what happened was when I was opening up the package, I scratched it with one of the knives that I had, and I tried using some of the Scratch X stuff. I can't remember what it was, Plastics, that's what it is, Plastics, and I couldn't get that scratch to come out. So what I did was I offered a market price for what the card was, and now I'm just going to auction it off as scratched. So guys, occasionally I do mess up, you know, when with this kind of stuff, but I just want to assure you that when I do, I'm going to try to take care of it. But I gave him a few options, and he went with I think it was $200. That was what I offered him, which was right at the most two recent sales were like $185 and then a $207 or something like that, or maybe it was $195 and $207. It was something like that. So, or I offered to sell it to him for no fees. Then we got a Rapidash. We have Slowking. I think one of them, where was it? I think it's Kingler. Yes, Kingler it's got a swirl there, and it's got like half of another swirl. He has a few lots as well. I'm not showing those, but here's some of the CGC cards he has. Got some Aquapolis reverse holos. This Mewtwo's in 9.5. Now this one right here, there are two versions. This is not the Era version that has the writing on the leg. So this would have been on one of the standard vending series sheets. You can get a slightly different one that when you pull off the Mewtwo, it actually has writing on the leg. You got a Scissor, and check that out, Umbreon from Aquapolis. It's like anytime you see an Umbreon, it's like a Charizard. You know something's probably up. Well, something's up with the camera, jumping all over the place. That was me, I hit it. Alright, next up we have another small consignment. This is the add-on to some of the packs he's been auctioning off, like the Fossil packs, the Japanese ones, and the Neo Discovery stuff. Got some Mint 9s, some Mint 8s. Got a few 10s. Also bought a few things. What do we have here? We'll save that one for last. Alright, so I got these off of PWCC. So you can see it says Trainer Deck A. So that's what this is. Some of the original cards that come out. You had Trainer Deck A, you had Trainer Deck B. A was for Brock. It had the non-holographic Machamp, also unlimited, the only unlimited Machamp that we know of from base set. And then you had the non-holographic Blastoise in the Missy's deck. Usually the Missy's deck is cheaper just because it's much more easy to find, if that makes any sense. The Deck A cards, these can be really tough. So I got most of these 10s for around the $200 range, maybe a little less on some of the trainers and stuff. I can't remember the exact prices. I think I picked up a few 9s because I mean, they were just going so cheap. There's Sandshrew, got Super Potion, got another Sandshrew. Energy removal. This is actually Deck B. I think I needed a 10 in this, but I went ahead and put some minimum bids on a lot of the stuff because these cards are really scarce. Like, you're not going to just find them in random collections. Like, more than likely you're going to find them together in a deck from somebody who owns a store or something like that. It's one of those things that, I mean, these cards, they're very tough to find. So anytime I see them, it usually catches my eye, and I'll go ahead and bid a little bit on them. I did finish auctioning off the rest of my Water Energy from Deck B. I had several of those, so I didn't mind letting those go. And then last but not least, I got this from Swolepoke. He sold me this Pikachu Gray Star 10. This story is a little funny. It started out at $1,000. He started at $1,500. I ended up paying $1,800 for it. So that was a little weird. But Yeah, he had offered to honor the price of $1,500. Basically, what happened was I offered him $1,000. He said he'll get back to me. Someone come in at $1,300, and he was like, "I'm going to take that unless you'd go there." And I said, "I'll tell you what, I'll go ahead and just take it for the $1,500, the original price." And then I think when he went and told the other guy, he was like, "I'll give you $2,100." So he come back to me and he said he was going to honor the price, and I told him he didn't have to. He could go with that because that is a pretty decent amount, but it was very honorable that he wanted to go ahead and go with the price that he had set for me, or set for anybody, because it was $1,500 the rest offer or something like that. And then he ended up just come back at me again and said, I want to honor the price. I'm not worried about that. And so I ended up giving him an additional $300. That way we split it. So I gave him a $300 on top of the $1,500. But he was still short at $300 if you think about it. So it still stung a little bit, I assume, on his end, because that other buyer, he was really willing to pay for it. But yeah, I was very, I like doing those kind of deals, and when people want to honor stuff through, even when the money says otherwise, what they should go. I believe people value relationships, in that way. So that was really cool of him. I definitely appreciate that. If you guys don't know who I'm talking about, go check out his IG. He's always got something cool up there for sale. He deals with mostly higher end stuff. And for those of you who are wondering why in the world did I pay this much for this Pikachu, this doesn't have regular stock. It's not the English version. Like you can see right there where it says the 99, it's glossy gray star. Let me see if I can get my camera on it. I don't know if it'll show. I've never tested it on one of these. Yeah, you can't really see it. A lot of the Japanese stock cards, I don't know if it would work. I guess it might not work with the glossy ones, but they're more translucent than the English stock. But you can see right here, it's got a gray star. It's not like a regular black star promo, and then the surface on it is glossy, but this one looks great. Look at that. If the centering was a little bit more on, I'd say it would have a shot at a 10 from CGC or BGS. But man, I was glad. I have one of these in my collection. I'm still looking for the Jigglypuff in a 10, so if you have one of those, please reach out. I'd love to buy that from you. All right, that's it for cards. We are going to show some pack openings. I'm going to do this Team Rocket pack first. This guy, he's been waiting since Monday. Mr. Andrew, thank you very much. And he is a Charizard level member, so he got $25 off of his booster pack. So for those of you who are Charizard members, don't forget to send me a screenshot. Let me know that you indeed are still an active member if you go to buy a pack. Most packs are eligible. Some may not be if they're in on consignment, but most of them are. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now maybe Andrew will pull a Charizard. That'd be cool. And if you're wondering how to join the channel, there should be a little button below the video. I also have it usually as the first link in my description. Nice, got the Charmander. Alright, so maybe we'll get the Dark Charmeleon as well. Then get the Dark Charizard. Well, oh wait, we got one more. Almost blew right by it. Alright, here we go. Ooh, not a holo. Pulled the Dark Hypno. Sorry man, no Charizard. Not even a holo. I hope you like Hypno. See that one right there? Swinging that pendulum back and forth. Andrew, I will get this out to you very quickly. I'd probably say my favorite card from that pack was either the Charmander. I mean, Charmander's nice, but I'd probably go with the Dark Golduck. I like the Dark Golduck from Team Rocket. What about you guys? Alright, next up we have Matthew, and he bought a Jungle Heavy. So there will definitely be a holo in here, or there will be another pack. Man, I gotta be so careful with these long packs. They are way more hard to open up by just holding the bottom. I don't know how anybody could reseal these things. Oh yeah, man, I got a message from somebody. They won 5 base set booster packs in auction. I showed all the weight. Told them basically, no way I can guarantee, if they're heavy or light, but here's the weights, so you can kind of judge for yourself. And the dude, he comes to me and he's like, "Hey man, is the pack trick 3 or 4 off the back?" And I says 3 off the back, which would leave the holo or just the rare in the very back. And he was like, "Yeah man, I went through the cards and there was only 2, or the way he was talking was kind of weird. And then I think it might have been resealed." And I'm like, "So there was only 2 uncommons?" I was like, "No, there was 3." Like, so if there's 3 uncommons, then it should have been the back card. It's like, yeah, I don't know. But I pulled a holo, I pulled a Charizard, but I think it might be resealed. And I'm like, why would anybody put a holo in a resealed pack, let alone a Charizard? So I got a real kick out of that. So you got the Pikachu, got the Eevee, Nidorina, and Rapidash. I like the Rapidash. You don't see fire as common in the older sets. I'm not so sure on the newer sets. I haven't busted too many of them. Let's see what we get for the holo. Got a Victory Bell. That's not too bad. I think when I talked about this one, the Vileplume, I put this one just kind of right above the Vileplume. Kind of got like the Venomoth, then you've got the Vileplume, and then I would say the Victory Bell. It's got a really good gloss on the borders. Trying to see. Yeah, there's print lines right here at the very bottom of them. I thought that was one, but I don't think it is. But it's actually pretty tough to see. See what we got on the back side going on here. One tiny white dot right there, that might come off. This white dot, I think that's just something on the card. It would probably come off. But the corners are actually pretty clean. No, that's not. It's like a little lip, but sometimes there's like a little bit of a lip that shows at the edge of the card from where I guess they cut it. And sometimes it looks like a white dot, but it was not in this case. But congrats on your Victory Bell, Mr. Matthew. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'll try to have another one come out very soon. Thanks.